How's everybody doing tonight? I am on here a bit early so I can see if I can figure out this chat format. Woo. See if I can get this to working. This was really bothering me last week. We'll start at 8 o'clock, and until then, I'll get all set up here in the meantime. Let's see. Start sharing it. There we go. We'll share it to the Harrisville Haunted House page. Keep them in the loop, you know. And we'll go to the ChillerNight Facebook group page. We'll put it there. Okay, that's what we're doing. And test the audio. Looks like the audio is working. Now let's see. Looking to see if I can get this chat figured out. Did I do it? We'll find out. Don't know. I don't know if I did. I guess we'll find out whenever. Oh, what's this? Yeah, I think we'll try this. We'll try this. All right. We might be set. Might be set up here. And with 2 minutes to go. I think we're doing all right here. Okay. Good. Almost time to begin. Bonehead says hello. Hey, hello, Brian, Ava, and the ChillerNight crew. Hey, Bonehead, thanks for joining us. Just jumped on here a little early so I could figure out this chat, and hopefully I've got this figured out tonight. Well, that was bothering me last week. I could only see like 1 or 2 of them in this little tiny window. Lasercorn says, hey peeps, reporting live from Axeman Brewery in Bellefonte, PA. Cheers, everybody. Hey, all right, thanks for joining us. I've been to Bellefonte several times. All right, 7:59. Glam says, howdy all, Brian, Bonehead. Hey, Ava. Hey, Glam, thanks for joining us. It is about that time, folks. Douglas says, hello, it's been a while. I had some bumps in the road up here. Ah, well, we're happy that you're joining us here tonight. Yeah, it looks like the chat's doing it again, where I can only see a little thin window. So I'll try to keep up as best as I can, but for now, let's get that opening title rolling. Here we go. Everybody, this is Brian Hogue. Welcome to the Chiller Night Live pre-show. We're from 8 p.m. Eastern Time until just a few minutes shy of 9 p.m. I'll sit here and chat with you fine, frightening folks about the Chiller Night television program lineup for the night. It'll be coming up beginning at 9 on Stream TV at streammedia.tv. We'll get to all that. We've got an hour, so we got plenty of time to discuss that and go over that. And in the meantime, we'll just fill in all the gaps with horror, science fiction, paranormal related topics, or like I say, pretty much anything you guys throw at me or at each other in the chat here. So now my chat, I had this issue last week and I think the week before, and I'm still seeing it here. I must have to get in touch with the customer service here with Restream and see what's going on. I can only see a couple at a time, so it's going to be hard keeping up, but I'm going to do my best. Diana says, hi everyone. Hey Diana, thanks for joining us. David says, good evening. Champagne popped and poured. Cheers. What's everyone drinking tonight? What y'all drinking? It's not a requirement necessarily for this, viewing this program, but sometimes it helps. That Glam says, hi Diana. Brad says, it's a Chiller Night pre-show with Brian Hogue, starring Brian Hogue. Now, stay warm. Here's Brian. That's the trick now, isn't it? Anymore. Brian says, hello. Oh, hey Brian, thanks for joining us. Some salutations being exchanged. Hey, there's Leroy. Woo woo, he says. All right. Thanks for joining us tonight, Leroy. It's been a while. Glad to see you there. Hope things are well up there where you're at in Canada. Tom says, glam. Lasercorn says, sup, bonehead. Deborah says, hello, Chiller Thrillers. Hey, Deborah, thanks for joining us. All right. Well, here, let me get to the lineup here tonight, beginning at 9 o'clock on Stream TV. Again, streammedia.tv is how you get there. So, 9 o'clock, the movie is Plan 9 from Outer Space. 10:30, Chiller Night Theater. I guess I don't have to say Chiller Night Theater anymore, but it's an old habit. It's hard to break. The movie is House on Haunted Hill. 12 o'clock at midnight. The movie is The Mad Monster at 1:35 a.m. The movie is Track of the Moon Beast. So there you have it, and we will we'll go over those several times again, but I'm used to Chiller Night Theater and Chiller Chat. My guest is staggering the shows, so been doing this format here for several weeks, a couple months now, I think, where I'm just playing Chiller Night Theater movies. So I hope you like it, and there's no space in between. There might be a few just to even it out to the next 5-minute increment of time. But other than that, I hope you're enjoying, or if you're a new viewer, I hope that you're enjoying the setup. Some of you have probably seen those movies numerous times already, but if you're new or if you are watching them, I hope you enjoy that new format. Nothing's written in stone. It could change, but I kind of like what I see right now. Leroy says, cheers, y'all, missed you. Well, we missed you as well. Now I see a little icon of a beer mug. David asked earlier what y'all drinking, so maybe Leroy's drinking some beer. That sounds good. Glam says, had a Baja Blast Mountain Dew, so feeling no pain. All right. Douglas says, finally did a preliminary video segment on TikTok, my face background music. Oh, really? It's funny. Somebody had told me earlier this. I was chatting, texting back and forth to one of the guys I used to work with back in the old police days, and he said I should get on TikTok, and Ava told me I should get on TikTok. So I don't know, but that reminded me of that. Terrence says, howdy everybody. Hey Terrence, thanks for joining us. All right, so but that is that. Brad says, I won't be here next week because Amanda and I are performing at the Gliding Stars on ice skating. I gotta roll that down because I can only, it only gives me like a little, okay. Next Saturday at 7 p.m. at Mercyhurst Ice Arena in Erie, Pennsylvania. Wish us luck next weekend. All right, well, next weekend, there you go. Gliding Stars on Ice skating show next week. Brad and his wife Amanda are going to be performing on that. And if you get any video or pictures, send them my way. We'll put them up here for when you return after that. Deborah says, eating orange sherbet, chilling. I like what you did there. Bonehead says, I like the new format, nothing against your chiller chats, but I get into the movies more. I was wondering about that. I'm drinking my usual hard stuff water. Okay. So I did wonder about that. I've wondered, is Saturday night, like, are folks watching and getting into that, that certain vibe of watching the movie, and then we go to something entirely different. So I don't know. Maybe Chiller Chat should, when I do pick that up again, if and when, that maybe that should go on a different night entirely. I don't know, but I kind of was wondering, do you just want to be in the movie mode? But that's at least answering my question there. Tom says, for match, more match. Just keep doing what you're doing. Okay. All right. Sounds good. David says, I finally watched The Creep Behind the Camera, and it was entertaining. Yeah, that was interesting watching, I guess, the scenes, the creep behind the camera, where we're talking about the Creeping Terror is the movie that's referencing. Yeah, that was and I don't know how much of that was embellished for the sake of the documentary to make it more interesting, but I happen to think that probably a lot of that stuff was pretty truthful. Of course, you're always going to glamorize or, like I say, embellish that a little bit for production's sake, but entertainment's sake, but a lot of the people seem to have the same accounts of what was going on. So I tend to believe that quite a bit was actually probably did happen. Bonehead says, "Hello, Terrence. You want to be on patrol tonight with me to shoot down the sex bot trolls?" Hey, there you go. Yeah, we need to stand guard. Because I probably won't see him again like last week. Like I say, I'm only seeing this little, I wish you could see what I'm seeing, which isn't much. But I just see this little, and I have to scroll up even to read somebody's comments. But anyways, Terrence says, Brian, an amazing thing happened. It's St. Patrick's Day miracle. I took my shrinking green leprechaun butt to the local McDonald's and ordered a shamrock shake. I hope that did help. I got to thinking about that last week, Terrence, and, incidents like yours are not uncommon whatsoever. Don't think that you're alone. There are support groups out there for those of you who have been attacked by leprechauns. We see this image here from Leprechaun 3, and I somewhat suspect that that's what you looked like just a short while ago as you suffered your leprechaun attack. So I'm glad all is well there, and I think you're going to be just fine. There we go. I was thinking of you when I pulled that up tonight to put it on the queue. Well, a shamrock shake, that's all it takes. That's the secret of getting over a leprechaun bite, evidently. So, and if none of you knew that, because I didn't know that until I was just now informed, see, this is an educational program as well. You can find out about horror, science fiction, paranormal, and how to cure your leprechaun bite. So, Bonus says, I figured the ChillerNight crew can handle knocking down those bots. I can, as soon as I see them, I have the little button I can push there to get rid of them. So we'll hopefully, hopefully we'll get them tonight. We'll get them. All right, so um, Leroy says, "Sex Beat song I want to play now." Where did that come from? That's kind of random, but all right. All right, go ahead, Leroy. Play that. Maybe somebody mentioned that and I missed it. I don't know, but oh, wait a minute. Leroy said everybody's being awesome like a possum. Okay, I missed that. See, I'm missing some of this stuff because of the way Restream has their chat laid out. Um, it's easier for me to miss this stuff. What's this thing do? I better not. I better not. I better not experiment right now while I'm in the middle of a show. A show? Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of this, our chat session. Terrence says, a fellow with a similar condition had Irish whiskey. That might cure it too. We bumped into each other. I got Shamrock Shake in his whiskey, and he got whiskey in my Shamrock Shake. Needless to say, we drank. Ah, like the old Reese's peanut butter cup. Yeah, an accidental, a happy accident. All right. So there you go. Bonin says, spring is in the air. I can't wait for summer. Glorious, sunny, and warm weather. I'm right with you. I like the winter and the cooler weather. I particularly get, excited when the days are cooling off. We're getting into, of course, October. I'm pretty fond of that time of the year. And I enjoy the holidays. I love the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And right there, it can end. We can go right to spring as far as I'm concerned. I'm already tired of winter at that point. But Gold World Order says, hey, how's everybody enjoying the springtime snow in Western PA? Buzzkiller, talking zombie from Western Pennsylvania. I saw a meme the other day that said something like, the winter this year in 2022 has been like like uh, like an argument where the other person keeps running back in the room and saying, and another thing. So the winter's leaving and it's like coming back and hitting us. I don't know. Um, how much longer can it be? Not much longer. So we'll be fine. Let's see, Brad says it's going to be WWE WrestleMania week. That's right. Starting this Monday at 8 p.m. on USA Network, one of my most exciting time of the year. You can smell and feel the wrestling atmosphere coming this week. Woohoo. Well, there you go. Well, I hope you enjoy that, as do a lot of people. So, I wanted to bring this up. Something happened a couple weeks ago, it was last week. Ava and I were getting ready to go out and go somewhere, and she wanted to take her water bottle. We commonly take our water places or beverages, and couldn't find her water bottle. And she said, I just had it. Okay, I mean, and I'd seen her with it, just like maybe a minute prior to that. And I was doing something else, getting ready, maybe getting my jacket. I mean, who knows? I don't know. But I do know that Ava was concerned because she couldn't find her water bottle. And so she, trying to retrace her steps, she calls Bradley, Bradley had just left. And he was driving away and got in touch with him. Have you seen my water bottle? Did you maybe accidentally pick it up? Did you take it? Did you move it somewhere else in the house? And he said, no, Mom, I didn't see it. Okay. This went on for, a couple minutes. And Ava found it. She found that water bottle, and it was in her hand. Yeah, it was in the other hand that she was opposite hand of what she was holding the cell phone with. So I called Bradley up, and I couldn't wait to tell him that his mom had found it and where she found it. So you guys, oh, What's it gonna be like when she's 70 or 80? You know, I mean, all right. Just wanted to share that little amusing story with you folks. Told her I was going to. I was amused. Leroy says, work season is approaching. Work season is approaching. Oh, is it now? There's a season for that, is there? Well, that might not be worth looking forward to. It might be, I guess, if you like your job, but judging by those little face emojis, it doesn't look like it. Darren says, yes, Bonehead, I'll report for bot slaying duty. Let's see. Leroy says, mentioning Spring Bee. Brad says, I knew it, I knew it. That happens to me all the time. What, with holding something in your... Hey, I gotta say, I've done this before. You know, talking is like, I can't find my phone. I don't know where I put my phone. I did that like once, you know. Bonus says, Go World Order. Any luck getting Jack Shadow to go on that festival we were talking about? What was that festival you were talking about? I was going to bring up Gross Fest tonight. I do plan on going to that. Glam says, been there, done that, so Ava's not alone. I know. I've actually done that myself. Even worse, like I said, with the phone. We had a good laugh about that. I said, I have to share that tonight. So, let's see. Did I not put, oh yeah, it's right here. Gross Fest. All right, here we go. Halfway to Gross Fest Ween event. So, getting halfway to Halloween is the occasion, and it's going to be in at Willow Station, Pittsburgh area, Pittsburgh address there. Free admission, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And you can look that up also on Gross Fest's Facebook page. Questions, email us at grossfest@gmail.com. Vendors, food, beer, and much more. And that's going to be May 1st, and that's on a Sunday. And let's see, in the back parking lot of the Willow Station in Castle Shannon, including special guests, local filmmakers David F. Silvio and Cassandra Blue, plus local filmmakers, artists, authors, and more. So there you go. If you're looking for something to do there on May 1st, that's on a Sunday. I believe that's on a Sunday. You might want to check that out. Again, if you're you want to look that up later, you can go to their page there on Facebook and check that out. I didn't happen to see if they had a website on there. I think it's yeah, that's the Facebook page. I think that's what they do, is they have it right there on their Facebook page. So check it out, or you can write to them if you don't have Facebook. Some of you YouTube viewers, if it's grossfest@gmail.com. So let's see. Gold World Order says, I think I should try to contact Jack Shadow and tell him he's trending. Yeah, I think he'd like that. Leroy says, what? I appreciate everything every day. All right, there you go. That's a good way to be too. I get up in the mornings and I think to myself, I have 1,000 things to be thankful for today. It's really, it's not really forcing the round peg into the square hole, you know, to get to that place mentally, but it is just it's kind of a practiced attitude, but it's one that is obtainable. So it's a good way to be. Terrence says, Brian, you missed the last part of my story. Oh, did I? Let me scroll up. maybe not. I'm sorry. The unfortunately, I'm just seeing a little bit. It's not my usual layout for chats. Cassandra says, "So excited for Gross Fest." Brad says, "I'd love to go, but that's my mother-in-law's birthday." Ah, take her down to Gross Fest. What better way to celebrate your mother-in-law's birthday than to take her to Gross Fest? No. Oh, Cassandra uh, posted grossfest.com. Okay, I didn't see that on the picture there, but there you go. Check out their website for any and all information. Bonehead says, "I wonder if David Silvio is any relation to our very own Miss Diana Silvio." Maybe. Yeah, let's see. Tom says, could be. LOL. Yep. All right, so David and Diana are going to be there. Uh, I'll be there. I'm not planning on getting I don't think I'm getting a table or nothing. I think I just want to go mingle and, you know, meet people and you know, say hi to everybody. It's been a couple years since the last one, so I might just do that. Glam says, "Fun times really start when you clean things up and can't find anything anymore. I've wasted so much money buying things I already had, but couldn't find to the economy. You're welcome." Leroy says, "I love yous, horror fam jam, but I'm out." And his little heart there is broken, so but maybe unfortunately because he's leaving. So, well, Leroy, it was good seeing you here tonight, and you have a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining us. Deborah says, "Wish I could come. Would like to meet Cassandra and the rest of you. Chilling down south for now." Oh, that sounds fun. That sounds a lot better, at least weather-wise. Of course, by May it'll be nice and warm, but I'm sure it better be. But I don't know. I was thinking last year on Ava's birthday, we did we had, and that's at the end of May, and it was pretty cold out. Now that I remember, so I don't know. I guess you could, just because it's May isn't a guarantee it's going to be nice and warm. So Deborah, just enjoy that good southern weather while you can. Bonehead says, "Well, we just shot down about 3 bots. The turkey shoot is on." Oh no, really? Ah. Well, thanks, guys. Cassandra says, "Stay with us at our table and we can do a live Facebook broadcast." Hey, yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll pull up an extra chair. You know, I don't really have anything that, like, what do I have the ChillerNight books, but I didn't really want to take anything down with me. I don't know. I was just thinking about going down. That'd be fun though. If yeah, heck yeah, be happy to do that. It'd just be nice to see the folks again. Remember, it was a nice time last time. So Brad says, "Any plans for a haunted house this October, Brian?" Why, yes, I do, and yeah, I definitely do. I'll talk more about that as it gets a little closer. But yes, I'm planning on doing one, and I'll have one. I'll have one this year. It was a bit disheartening last year. I was all set to start building. And I got told that due to a miscalculation in the scheduling, so yeah, that's a tough thing when you're going, you know, all year long planning this. You're planning this. You're looking forward to this all year long, and then at the very last minute, uh, it's like, okay, can I start Monday? And like, nope, unfortunately not. That will take the wind out of your sails. So yeah, unfortunately, but this year, oh by golly, let's see. Gold World Order says, I'm planning to go to halfway to Gross Festoween. If you're there, Brian, we need to have you appear on the show. I'll be there. I won't be there as Jack Shadow, but I'll definitely be going. Uh, so it'll be nice to see you again. I remember seeing you the first time. Victor B says, "Hello guys, that's a cool shirt you got." Ah, thank you, Victor B. That's actually Jack Shadow, the host of ChillerNight Theater, of course. But this was back when. This is actually the logo that appears, or the image that appears at the beginning of every episode. And that's a photograph. And my cousin at the time, when he was editing the very first shows from 2008, he took that and he made, he did something with the image, Jack's face, to make it look red like that, and kind of highlight the eyes. So we used that. I'm always using that image, in the beginning when the moon, you see Jack's face appear in the moon at the beginning of ChillerNight Theater. And we decided to put that on the shirt. So I think it looks pretty cool. But yeah, thank you, Victor B. Cassandra says, I love it. It will be super fun. Bring stuff. Everyone loves stuff. Chiller stuff. All right. Well, I might. Never know. Terrence says, we drank the concoction and we were cured. All right. Take that, Leprechaun. So remember, silver bullets for werewolves, garlic for vampires, and shamrock shakes with Irish whiskey for leprechauns reposted. That it just makes sense. It just makes sense. And speaking of silver bullets, I wanted to put this up here. Is this a real cover, or is this one of those fan-made covers, I wonder? I think it's a fan-made cover, because that's the Dynamite Comics look for the Lone Ranger, and that has it on a DC cover. But I was thinking, I just pulled this stuff up like 5 minutes, literally like 5 minutes before the show. I was looking, because I got to thinking, like, you guys know I love horror, obviously, and I love westerns, so I thought, wouldn't that be cool? We talked about this, and some of you probably weren't nearly as engaged in this topic as me. I think it was last week. I mentioned, like, why did they ever do a Lone Ranger and Tonto fight a werewolf? I think that would be cool. This is from a Dynamite, and it's not a werewolf, but I just, it's maybe it's the Lone Ranger and Tonto COVID edition. But I don't know. Like, has that ever happened? Have they ever actually made a story? Why haven't they made a story if they haven't by now? That makes sense. The silver bullet, Tonto, you would think that he would know, maybe have knowledge about shape-shifting, like lycanthropy. I think that would be an excellent story. That's just me. I thought I'd share that idea with you guys. Any ambitious writers out there might want to jump on that. Might not. I don't know. Man, neat one for a ChillerNight book. I'm sure I'd have to use a generic character, the Midnight Rider, and I don't know, change the character's name. Let's see. Tom says, ditch the city, find your own place for a haunted house. You never know. You never know. Get some irons in the fire. In fact, yeah. Well, we'll hope to keep you updated on events as they unfold. Bonus says, hey, hello, Victor B. Welcome to the ChillerNight crew. Hi, Victor, Tom says. Brad says, at Harrisville or somewhere else? Likely in Harrisville, I would imagine. But I, I'm working on it. But yeah, there will be a haunted house this year. Terrence says, Grossfest sounds like my kind of event. Richard B. Happy says, I love Jack Shadow. Ah! I know that Jack appreciates that. So, Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Bonus says we're a friendly bunch here. Victor V, feel free to jump in anytime. Yeah, absolutely. Bonus says, hey, hello, Richard. Welcome to ChillerNight crew. Terrence says, vote Victor, Richards, be happy. Let's see, and all. Richard says, smash the like button for the algorithm. Oh, is that right? See, I don't know. I don't know enough about that stuff. Let's see. Al says, hi everyone. Sorry I'm late. Hey Al, thanks for joining us. Let's see. David says, the food at the Willow Station Tavern is excellent. Well, I will certainly be partaking. Terrence says, werewolf versus Lone Ranger. Oof. Werewolf wouldn't stand a chance. No, how could he? Lone Ranger's like they'd have to somehow, they'd have to even that playing field. You know? Like, how would they do that? Because the Lone Ranger's like a marksman. How would you do that? Take away his silver bullets, Maybe Tonto would have to be the one to figure out, through some type of mysticism or something, have to figure out how to take out the werewolf. I don't know. I think it could be done in an interesting way. Do you ever watch those Lone Ranger comics back in the 60s? I'm talking about the Filmation ones in the 80s. I mean the old ones back in the 60s. They were pretty weird. They had Tonto fighting like Yeti, and giant robots and evil magicians, and in fact maybe they have one with a werewolf on there. I'd be surprised if they didn't. But it was weird. It was pretty interesting. But Tonto had, this makes a lot of sense. He had a bow and arrow. I know he has his 6-shooter, but he had the bow and arrow, and he had a falcon, eagle or a falcon that flew around his kind of his pet. But, I don't know. It was pretty cool. Let's see. Richard says Martini with an eyeball. Oh yeah, that's been around. That idea has been around quite a while. In fact, if you see the most common picture of Jack Shadow standing there with the martini with the eyeball in it. So yes, that's his garnish of choice. Bonin says, I'm waiting to hear more about this new Godzilla series that's supposed to be coming out soon. Oh, I've not heard about that. Interesting. Well, do share that information when you find it. Gold Warlord said the Lone Ranger has some pretty good odds against werewolves. Yeah. Tom says the werewolf wears Kevlar. There's your twist. He could wear some type of armor. That's true. Yeah. Possible. I don't know what type of armor he would. Of course, a werewolf, I would imagine, would have increased strength. So whatever type of probably be some type of metal armor back then, 1880s. But I don't know. But now the gears are turning there. Brad says, while Tom Gross has Grossfest, while Brian has Chillerfest. Yeah. I wish I had a little bit more of a Chillerfest, but yeah, you never know where things will eventually develop. Cassandra says, what if Tonto is the werewolf? Oh, there's a witch put a curse on him, but he is a good werewolf. Or it's kind of like Spider-Man fighting the lizard, Dr. Curtis Connors, he knows that Curtis is a good man, but he turns involuntarily into the lizard. So he's got to fight this, rabid, formidable foe, but he knows ultimately he can't kill the thing. How do you do that with the thing so strong and powerful without getting killed yourself? So there's an idea. Some neat idea so far, I gotta say. I didn't think of those. Bonus says maybe the werewolf has backup, like a sexy female vampire. Oh, it's only fair. Lone Ranger and Tonto are a team. Maybe this werewolf and a vampire. Taryn says, I always hit the like button, Richard. Cool. Glam says, "You're a creative genius, Tom." Yeah, that is. Yeah, why not? Brad says, "Chiller Fest at Harrisville." You never know. You never know where things will take us when it comes to that stuff. 8:35. Let me put up the schedule again. I like to do that at least 3 times throughout the course of this particular show. 9 p.m. in just 25 minutes. Plan 9 from Outer Space. At 10:30, the movie is House on Haunted Hill. And at midnight tonight, The Mad Monster. And 1:35 a.m., Track of the Moon Beast. A Track of the Moon Beast is one of those movies, like kind of like what I was just saying about the lizard and Spider-Man. I know Jack Shadow goes into a bit of that in his dialogue about that, describing that creature. It's like a big tall reptile creature, you know, and it's a good man who's turning into this creature through no fault of his own. So if you've never seen that movie, check it out. It's an entertaining movie. But that one kind of reminded me of that scenario with Spider-Man going up against the lizard, Dr. Connors. Terrence says, "This show is Chiller Fest." Yeah. It is interesting. If you're new on here, I know there's a few of you who are. I've been doing the horror hosting as I don't think I have a of all things a picture of Jack Shadow. Oh, he's gonna be mad. Do I have a picture of Jack? No, I don't. But the host, the regular host, the host of ChillerNight Theater, and used to host Sleepy Hollow Theater. So from 2008 until 2015, in May of 2015, changed the name to ChillerNight Theater, and here we've been ever since. Coming up on May again. What will that be? My 15th year or something like that? I don't know. But anyways, I've been doing this for a while, and this show here, when I joined up with Stream TV, as far as them presenting the show on Saturday nights and giving me this bracket of time, you know, to put my shows on, I started doing this show here, the pre-show, where at first it was just me on my phone, just reminding everybody, hey, at 9 o'clock, and it's developed into this. So it's a fun hour of the week, you know, where we can just sit and chat about anything. Sometimes we'll talk about old collectibles or old movies that we maybe liked as a kid, you know, which is a lot of what we're watching on this program, or ChillerNight Theater that on Stream TV. Bonehead says, "Yins, keep these ideas coming, and the ChillerNight crew could have the beginnings of a great new Lone Ranger show." That'd be pretty neat. I've told you before, my idea for the ChillerNight. Now this one's, you know, this is the only one I have. There was the original intent. I was hoping that they would sell, you know, more. I just haven't promoted these all that well, apparently. But the idea is, it says the first. Does it say that here? Well, it's supposed to be the first of a series of ChillerNight stories, and I actually bought these on Amazon because I had this stuff when I was a kid, like these old Choose Your Own Adventure, Endless Quest books, and here's one of Indiana Jones. I thought those were kind of neat too. I don't know how I would really begin to do something like that. I wanted to do this. This was written by Jennifer Sadler, and I don't know. It's a pretty neat little book. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But it'd be kind of neat to have a series of them, like the Goosebump books or whatever, you know, something like that, where you're just telling, or even an anthology set. You know, I don't know. I have a lot of ideas. Unfortunately, I just maybe through lack of time management skills or whatnot, I just haven't been able to get to a lot of the stuff that I would love to. And so, oh, here's another thing I'd love. Speaking of getting to, a Friday Night Frights. Now you know on the one movie for tonight, The Mad Monster. Of course, I step in as um, guest host. There's Jack Shadow beside me. Um, so odd that we're like the same height. Maybe something to that. But uh, I have been doing the show this year so far to keep up with it, just to keep up with new content. So probably do that again. Oh, I was thinking about doing a live Chiller Night, or Friday Night Frights, Chiller Night Theater, this coming Friday. What do you guys think? April 1st. It's April 1st. So if you'd be interested in that, I'll, um, I'll put on the old chiller attire and the tie, the black tie, and not the chiller, the other chiller attire. That's a bit much right now, but I don't know. We could do a Friday Night Frights. Let's just you want to do one? Let's do one. Let's do a Friday Night Frights this coming Friday on April 1st. Let's see. Holy cow! I'm really. Glam says, or a spider assassin bonehead. It's hard to fire a weapon when you're wrapped in webbing. Oh yeah, yeah, true. Bonehead says, yeah, we could put spiders, skeletons, and all kinds of best scary stuff in there. Richard says, ooh, I love that UFO that just flew by. I know, almost gets me every time. I just feel the wind on the back of my head. Uh, Tom says, I think Jack Shadow needs a nemesis. Maybe someone called osteo. Yeah, osteoporosis. Does he? Does he really? We were, back when we had Sleepy Hollow Theater, we actually did have a nemesis for him. And we were going to, it was a character called Dr. Spooky. And that character was imprisoned. In fact, the movie you're going to see here at 9 o'clock very shortly, Dr. Spooky had, through a backstory, had made fun of that movie. Well, Jack Shadow had got word of that, and he had him cast to the dungeon. And then during one of the episodes, it was learned that Dr. Spooky had escaped. Now, at that point, I was going to have Dr. Spooky set up and try to set up like a rival show, and yeah, never really took off with that idea. It was hard enough for me to be one character, let alone two. But yeah, he probably does need a nemesis. Brad says, "Can you believe it's been 100 years since they released Nosferatu?" That's something I was going to bring up last week. I saw, and I think this was fan made. If anybody knows anything about it, let me know. But I Googled it, and Google didn't tell me nothing. But anyways, I saw this thing on Facebook about William Dafoe, playing Nosferatu, and I know that he played Max Schreck playing Nosferatu in a movie. What's the name of that movie? I can't think of the name of that movie. But does anybody know about that? Is William Dafoe going to play Count Orlok in Nosferatu? I wonder if they are going to make a remake of that. That would kind of kind of be neat with this being 100 years. And William Dafoe, that would be a pretty good choice there. Bonus says, yeah, we can't forget to put aliens and UFOs in there somewhere too. Oh, definitely. That's all part of the chiller, the old B movie Saturday night chiller experience. Karen says, I love House on Haunted Hill. Did you know Vincent Price was in the Ten Commandments? I did know that. I did know that. Yeah, we were watching that. Was it last Easter or the one before that? We started out going to watch the greatest story ever told, and then we're watching that for a little bit, and then Ava wanted to see, well, what's the one where he parts the sea and has the I said, well, that's the Ten Commandments, and she wanted to watch that one, so we ended up watching that one. So, and I did see that. I actually forgot about that, so that's kind of cool. And it says, Tom, that was a good one. I just wish you would give me some warning. That zinger was coming. I damn near drowned when I choked on my water. Right? Tom says, Shadow of the Vampire. That's it. That's it. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Terrence says, bravo, Tom. I approve. Tom says, awesome flick. Gold World Order. Yvonne DiCarlo was also in the Ten Commandments. That's right. Yeah. Wow. That's true. Cassandra says, Shadow of the Vampire. Yep. Victor says, let my people go. Yes. That's true. That's right. Yeah. Carlo and Vincent Price. I actually forgot about that, but now as you're saying it, I'm remembering that. So I think I'm remembering that right. Makes sense. We were talking about that last week, weren't we? With Omega Man or something. Planet of the Apes. And that's what was getting me talking about Charlton Heston. I think I did mention that last week. Brad says, since it's public domain, they can do whatever they want with that movie. You added music with that movie with one of your episodes because it was silent. I see where, sometimes people add music to that stuff. Terrence says, John Malkovich is great in Shadow of the Vampire. I did see that. It's years ago. I remember. It's strange because I remember very little about it, but I remember I enjoyed it. It was different, certainly. Yeah, that's it. Shadow of the Vampire. Hey, this week I wanted to mention this. Is it horror related? It's not really horror. It's kind of. I don't know if you really want to take a. We were talking about werewolves earlier with the Lone Ranger, so might as well throw this in there. Moon Knight. Moon Knight does debut on Disney Plus this coming Wednesday on the 30th. So I plan to watch it. I've always liked Moon Knight since I was a little kid. I'm not real crazy the way that Disney is taking, a lot of the superheroes these days. Like, oh, guys, settle down. All right. But let's get them back where they need to be here, folks. But I don't know. I'm hoping it's a good, entertaining show. I'm going to check it out, and got my fingers crossed that it'll be a good quality show. Who's the actor who plays him? I forget the name of the actor, but he was on in my opinion, the very forgettable Star Wars sequel trilogy. Isaac something. He played Poe Dameron. Now the actor seems like he like he would do a good job. Let's see. Tom says I saw a B Western with Yvonne DiCarlo and Sterling Hayden. It was a great one. Yeah, she was in McClintock also with John Wayne and Marina Hara. She's pretty good in that one. Tom says called Shotgun. Brian says John Carradine was in the Ten Commandments as well. John Carradine was in everything back in the day, wasn't he? I was watching The Rifleman. I sometimes will just kind of relax in the evening and put something on, kind of something short. I don't, not in the mood to watch a full movie. Watch episodes of Lone Ranger, The Rifleman, or something. But he was in one just a couple of nights ago, or was it last night? And it's just he fit that part so well. Just kind of a traveling, um, like he's a mind reader, and just got that very grandiose voice and that deep bellowing voice, and he really, really played the part very well. I really like seeing John Carradine in stuff like that. Um, I didn't care for him as much in Dracula, only because I was so used to the image of Bela Lugosi. Um, Other than that, I probably would have really enjoyed watching him play Count Dracula, but I just wasn't used to it. Um, David says, "Did you like the remake of Nosferatu starring Klaus Kinski?" Uh, Believe it or not, I've never seen the remake. I've not. I'm aware of it, but I've not seen it. So that's probably why I've even that reminded me of it. But other than that, I wasn't even thinking about that. Um, how is it? Is it pretty? Is it worth checking out? Sure, it is. Brad says, "Wait, wasn't your very first movie on Friday Night Frights?" Yeah, Nosferatu was. Yeah, because I wanted to do a silent. I was, I was testing all of this out. Like, can I do an actual Chiller Night Theater episode this way? Having Jack Shadow correspond and interact with the viewers. That was my guinea pig episode. So, and it was working out. So that's right. Deborah says, "Yay, Rifleman." Chuck Connors, yeah, that was a good show. Really enjoyed that. Tom says Carradine was in everything. He was great in Stagecoach. I can't. I'd have to go back and refresh my memory on that one. I'm not sure. But those guys, a lot of those guys were, especially in those series, Western series, were so. There's so many of them. I mean, there's so many of them back in the day. When I start looking at the cast members, and then I see all these other Western series that they used to be in, and there were so many that I've never even heard of. It's pretty cool. But that was the thing. I'm probably in the last true generation of folks who grew up playing cowboy and Indians, and there might be some exceptions. I'm just saying overall, um, I would think that might be the case. Uh, I grew up in that era, where that's what you did. You watched westerns and played cowboy and Indians. Let's see. Bonin says, "I like watching the old western TV show. Have fun will travel with Richard Boone. Have fun will travel." Okay. The Paladin with Have Fun will travel. Gold World Order says the Nosferatu remake is incredible. Cool. I'll have to check that out. LOL Bone. Tom says. Yeah. Bonin says, "Oh, I meant I like watching." Okay. A slip of the keyboard key. Tom says Stagecoach put John Ford and John Wayne in the map. Oh yeah, I do recall watching that movie. I don't recall John Carradine. I'll have to because it's been a while since I've seen that one. Um, it's a good movie. I do remember that. I just remember thinking, what a horrible way to travel in a stagecoach for like someone John Wayne's size and had to. He wasn't sitting on the seats. The way that the situation that they were in. He's like sitting on the floor of the stagecoach while people are up there around him. I don't know. Um, it's a good one. You know who else is in that movie? I believe Tom Tyler is on there at the very end. He's a character, and Tom Tyler played the mummy in The Mummy's Hand. I'm just connecting some dots here between westerns and horror. Uh, Brad says back then Western movies and TV shows were common, wasn't it, Brian? Western movies and TV. Yeah, it sure was. That and the old Chiller movies, So I guess that's why I grew up just loving all that stuff. Um, Tom says Clint. Now there's a Western star, that's for sure. Um, Clint Walker also. Uh, another big actor back in the day. Unless you're, I immediately thought of Clint Eastwood when we were talking about westerns, but then I got to think about there's Clint Walker, Ghoul World Order. When they filmed the Nosferatu remake, they actually filmed two versions simultaneously. They filmed it in German and again in English. Well, that's interesting. That's kind of like what they did with, well, that is what they did with Dracula when they were filming the 1931 version. They used the same sets, obviously the same location, and they filmed the one with Bela Lugosi and the other, the Spanish version Dracula. So that's kind of neat. Hey, good way to cut down on a budget. Bonin says it's a wonder they never made a. See, I gotta scroll up to see that. Biopic movie about John Wayne, but who could really ever play the Duke? That's a good question. I don't know. That'd be kind of neat to see that. David says, I always liked the John Wayne movies, the Cowboys. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. You know, the actor who. Oh, we got 4 minutes. Okay. Is this a spoiler alert for a movie that came out so long ago? But the actor who played his adversary, his nemesis, as Tom would say, in that movie, and I can't think of his name, but yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff. You would know him to see him, but he was really. People hated him because I mean that's a testament to his acting ability. But they really hated that character so bad. It's kind of like Negan in The Walking Dead when Negan first came on the scene. How people just hated that character because he's so diabolical, But yeah, he did a good job. Tom says, "Yeah, Ghoul Herzog did that for Fitz Carraldo too. He knew the value of an English-speaking market." Okay, I'm not familiar with those names, but that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Brad says 5 minutes till ChillerNight Theater. Get your computers ready. I know it's been over a year now. It's been off Roku. Bonehead says Bruce Dern. That's it. That's it. Bruce Dern. David says, yeah. I know there's a little delay there, so you're typing maybe at the same time, but it's popping up here separately. Deborah says, or different times. Deborah says, has anyone seen Billy the Kid versus Dracula with Carradine? That, Deborah, I believe I'm going to try to have. If you haven't seen that, I'm glad you mentioned that. I would like to see if I can play that one. In fact, I mentioned that on Jesse James Meets Frankenstein's Daughter. Or Jack Shadow mentions that. Don't be surprised if you see that movie come up on ChillerNight Theater one of these times. So I have a feeling that you'll see that one here. Cassandra says, my favorite John Wayne movie is The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. Oh, that's an excellent movie. That's an excellent movie. Yeah, Lee Marvin plays such a such a jerk. Yeah, Jimmy Stewart. And then Tom says, people hated Von Stroheim. He would get hassled in restaurants in Hollywood back in the day. I think it's interesting that, it's 8:59. John Wayne is the king of all westerns, Brad says. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Hey, wow, there's so many comments. Thanks for all the interaction. Of course, it makes the night go very well. The first movie, I have time to say the first one you'll see here in a minute is Plan 9 from Outer Space. Thank you for joining me tonight and with each other. Friday night, we'll do a Friday Night Fright. So have a good night. Have a good chiller night. We'll see you next week, and I hope to see you Friday night.